Nataka kusema ya kwamba it is good to come together. It is good again to go through what you have done before. You see it, yaani mnafuatilia yale ambayo yalikuwa nyuma. It makes you to grow. And I want to say this. Kama Yesu amezungumziwa, hata wewe utafanya nini?
Utazungumziwa.
Utasema. Viongozi, kama Yesu amezungumziwa, utazungumziwa. What you need to do is to stand firm. Because this is the work of the devil, to make sure that you run away. You must stand firm and say, devil, I can see, but I'm going nowhere. Because I know the work I'm doing does not please you. Does not please you. When I saw the program, I was to speak about music ministry in 21st century. Yes. We have a broad content or history of music in the Old Testament over the years. So we can say music in 21st century is different from music from the Old Testament. That is from 20th century going back to 1st century. It is different. Why? I can say the music we're talking about began even before the creation of the world. And even when you read Genesis chapter 1, it says, in the beginning, God created. And if you go deep, you will find that the Spirit of God was hovering. What is that hovering? We have hoovers now. Hoovers. What is hovering? Si ni sauti? Ni sauti. Hata ukienda kwa nyumba unasema niko na hoover. What is that?
Sauti.
So this hovering, it is a breeze, a sound. As long as we know music is a sound, even our language is what? A sound. When you hear people speaking, you may not know what they are saying, but you hear what? Sound. So this is something which began even before the creation of the world. And it was wonderful, but it was distorted. How was it distorted? It was distorted in where? By one of the angels by the name Lucifer. Yes, he brought confusion. And that confusion came to this world. Wow. And now when we go to the Bible, if you read Genesis chapter 4, you will see how music came. Who are musicians? Because we talk about the children of Cain. Who were the musicians? Who were making these flutes and the words and the... Who are they? No. Ni nani alitengeneza vitu vya kuimba katika Biblia? Wa kwanza. Sababu tunaambiwa Hawa walikuwa wakutengeneza tents, Hawa walikuwa wakutengeneza vitu vya kuimba, Hawa ni nani alitengeneza? Jabal. Yes, anaitwa nani? Jabal. Kizazi chake ndicho kilikuwa cha kutengeneza musical instruments, na alikuwa mtoto wa nani? Wa Cain. Who was Cain? Mandara. Mandara. Kwa hiyo kizazi hicho kilianza kutengeneza hizi nyimbo, kikaanza kutengeneza nini? These instruments. Zikaanza kutengenezwa, sasa tukawa na flutes na nini zote zikawa, lakini what I want to say is those things were used orderly. They were not used the way we use them today. There was a flute, there was an instrument for a certain occasion. Even in our traditions, there were those instruments which were used, like drums, like horns. They are just blown because of certain word. And if you hear the being blown, you know there's a certain problem somewhere. See the question? Like when I went to Uganda, if you hear people say, oh, you know somebody has died. Is not music? Yes. You hear people, one is saying, oh, this side, you have another one side, and people are running now. So, you know, we didn't know what is that. Some using drums, like Salvation Army. If someone has died, the silent major, who knows the major, also the one who is like person of ministry. He goes to the church, gets the drum. Then there's a style of beating that drum. People know there's death. If you hear in Salvation Army, in the morning or any other day of the week, you hear a drum, there is somebody, there's a communication. Then people run to the church. That is what they do. So what am I saying? Musical instruments were used for special occasions. And there were musical instruments which were used for worship. Worship of who? Worship of heathen and worship of who? God. Yes. Again, in the church or in the temple, those who were to sing, they were ordained. They were ordained like priests. Music was not sung by women. It was sung by who? Men. With the ropes and the instruments. And they were not singing with the voices. It was what? The instruments. When the offerings are going on in the temple, that is sacrificing. When people are sacrificing, the music could be put in instrumental. And when it is going on, you will see reverence. People are walking in reverence. Yes, because something is going on. But today, even when we are starting here, you can see people going out. Even when we are singing Toscology, someone don't care. You see people sitting down, moving, because they don't know what is music. Music was an important tool in the temple in the Old Testament. And what I tell you is this: if you go through the Bible, those who were to sing were physically fit. If you are lame, you could not go well. Because you remember the Bible was saying, kama uko na mguu uko na kitu hivi, watu wasina. Usiende wapi? Usiende pale. Na wanasema Biblia inasema ya kwamba kazi ya wamama hawako wanaimba, kazi yao ni kukaa na kunyamaza. Kama kuna kitu wanauliza, Ukauliza wapi? Nyumbani, si kanisani. Lakini saa hii si ndio? Kanisa ilikuwa hivyo, na ndio unaona Waislamu wameiga hiyo mtindo. Wako na ile kanisa ya sama, hata kama wanasema wanafuata Muhammad, kanisa yao ni ile ya wakati gani? Unasikia wakati na wanawake wanaoanaka wapi? Huko juu. Wanaume peke yao na wanawake peke yao. Na wanaume tunasema kwenda msikitini usiku. Wanawake kaeni nyumbani. Hiyo ndio ilikuwa mtindo wa wakati gani? Ya wakati huo. Na hakukuwa na shida. Lakini saa hii 21st century wote wamekuwa nini? Wote pamoja, si ndio? So what are we saying? We want to say this. Music in those days was sacred. It was termed a sacred thing. Before who? Before God. It was only sung by those who were chosen and ordained for that. And if you were to blow the trumpet, nobody else could come there to take the trumpet. Lakini saa hii kama kuna wale wanakaa pale wamechaguliwa kukaa pale, unaona mtu mwingine anaenda kufanya nini? Anatoka pale anaenda hii kitu haiongelei. Sasa yeye haja kuwa ordained kufanya pale. Kuna wale wako wapi ambao they were chosen as professionals. Ukinaposoma kitabu Biblia inasema kwamba they were professionals. Kuna wale ambao walikuwa na talanta ya kupiga nini? Hiyo vitu. Wakipiga hivi, kanisa inatufanya nini? Hao ndio walikuwa wanachaguliwa, na wao wanachaguliwa ya kwamba leteni majina tuchague. Kuna kile kitu kilikuwa kinaitwa Tumi and the what? Unaelewa? Zile vitu zilikuwa zinachagua viongozi, ilikuwa nini? Urim and Thummim. Kama imewekwa na imewaka rangi hii, nasemekana huyu hapo na roho. Nenda pale. Lakini hapo inaangaliwa huyu amesoma kiasi gani? Amesoma. Unajua sisi tunafikiria kusoma sasa ndio kujua kuimba. Hapana. Wao hawapo wanaangalia hiyo. Walikuwa wanaangalia spirituality of those who were to minister in the temple. Yes. Kwa hivyo hapa tunapoangalia saa hii nyimbo zile walikuwa wanaimba, walikuwa wanatumia hizi instruments vizuri. But today we use the instruments. We have rock music. There's no rock music. Rock music is in the church now. People they are not listening to the music, they listen to the what? To the machines. So they lose focus. Yes. And I want to tell you, choirs, many choirs which sing without accompaniment. Without accompaniment, they reach more than the one which is accompaniment. I want to tell you. Ukisimama hapa utupatie special song na kuimba peke yako na kitabu hivi, tutakuangalia hivi. Kwa sababu tusikii kitu kingine, tunasikia wewe mwenyewe na tunaangalia nani. Lakini ukiweka accompaniment, tunasikia, tutakuwa tukuuliza, hiyo sauti inaenda pamoja na mashine. Tumetoka focus. Tunasikiza nini? Tunasema mashine hiyo sauti haiendi na mashine. Kwa hivyo mambo imepita yale tulikuwa tunaimba.